there, Red Bird. How's everybody feeling this beautiful Tuesday evening? How you doing? Excellent. Welcome to Red Bird Brewing. My name is Dan Tait. I'm your host every Tuesday evening. And if you're just joining us for the first time at Red Bird, welcome. You are in for a treat. We do Three Little Birds every single Tuesday through the cozy months. And that's where I get to pretend I'm as cool as two fantastic songwriters from the area and from beyond. And tonight, as a testament to the strength and the beautiful mosaic that is the Okanagan music scene, we had two lineup changes, and I still stand behind this lineup. It is a fantastic lineup for you tonight, but I will introduce these artists in just a moment. Before I get to that, I do want to mention a couple things. So first and foremost, we generally reserve these front two tables for those that are here to listen to the show. So if you're here to listen to the show, please feel free to make your way up to the front and get all cozy, because that way you can hear nice and close. We are for people socializing. We just ask that it happens a little bit further away from the stage, just because we artists have sensitive ears and sensitive hearts, you know. I also do want to mention that there's two ways to support these artists tonight. So the first way is the old-fashioned analog tip jar. You can see it at the front of the stage. An analog tip jar is if you listen to records, play cassettes, and if you carry cash. Analog. So we've got that analog tip jar, and I'm going to come deliver it towards the end of the show. I'm going to come bring it to you while these two gentlemen are performing a song. But the other way you can support your artists tonight is the digital method. So on every single table, we've got a little red placard that has a QR code, and you can support your artists just by shining your phone up on it, heading to the link, and then entering whatever you are willing to afford, whatever you're willing to do to support these two fantastic writers. They are songwriters and performers for a living. So the last thing I want to mention is we are broadcasting live. We are broadcasting live across the world right now, with big thanks to Dustin and Jeff and the team at Rebellious Unicorn Studios. We have been broadcasting since January's very first Three Little Birds, and we are continuing with that program. So if you fall in love with this program, with this show, with this style of show, please jump onto their YouTube, subscribe, and follow along. If you can't make it out, that's totally okay, because you can watch it at home. You get fantastic audio quality from our good friend Kaylee taking care of the sound tonight. And yeah, let's hear it for Kaylee, by the way. And let's introduce you to these two bombastic artists. So on your far right, this gentleman moved to town, I guess it's been a few years now. It's 9 years, more than a few. Yeah. But he has been a singer-songwriter for many years. He released, he was a touring session artist for many years, playing in Nashville and in Toronto, and has made his way to the Okanagan. Since moving to the Okanagan, he now plays in Sean Bray's Peach Band. He now also is a writing member of Layer Cake Mountain. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the Red Bird stage, Sean Bray. Sitting center stage, we have a folk troubadour of sorts. This gentleman, originally from Southern Ontario, has moved out here and has been tearing it up. He is a touring dog, my kind of musician. He likes to get out to shows across the country. And so he performs in a duo with Nevaeh Dyson, who you may have seen here. But he is also a one-man singer-songwriter. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage, Bran Sanders.
Hello.
And what we're going to do is we're going to play original music and tell stories about those songs, maybe collaborate live in person as they go. And so after all that, I'm not sure what I want to start with. But we'll start something middle of the road. I feel like everyone's, happy to be here on a Tuesday, so we'll keep the energy up. This is a tune, Bran, do you have a G harp? We're gonna start with a tune I wrote about life on the road as a traveling musician. This is called Miles and Miles, an old Tiger Moon tune of mine. Give me a way to feel alive. Write me a letter, oh, let's go for a ride. Miles and miles. Shed all these worries like the rain. Get inside, oh, let's take a train. Miles and miles. Keepsakes and memories are all we need. Take it home. I burned all my bills the other day. I don't need the baggage, we're gonna find our way. Miles and miles. Sunny days and starry nights are how we'll fill our lives. Taking days as they come under open skies. Living life inside, coincide. Taking days as they come under open skies. You ready, Bran? How you doing over there, Sean Bray? Can we hear from you? Thanks, gentlemen. Things I've had have gone and sold. I won't need a motel. I grow after miles and miles. Keepsakes and memories are all we need. Take our home. Keepsakes and memories are all we need to make our home. Bran Sanders and Sean Bray. Thanks, gentlemen. I appreciate that. And with that, we're going to move over to Bran and hear Bran's first song of the evening.
So fun playing that, man. I've heard that song so many times, and it just hits. Oh, I'm happy to be here. I think I'm the second fill-in, but I will be the last fill-in, and I'm happy about it. This is fantastic. I love playing here. I'm really excited to play for a bunch of faces. It's nice when it fills out when we're setting up and all the tables get full. I've been moving around a lot in my life. You know, I'm 33 now, and my whole 20s were just like I would go somewhere for a year, and then I would move to somewhere else for a year, and then I might travel for a year, and then I'd try another city for a year. And I thought I was just being fantastical and whimsical, and it was pretty exhausting after a while. And I wrote the song about slowing down, not running from things. I quickly learned that I've been running from stuff, you know, whatever it could be, relationships, friendships, substances. I run from situations and I start new because I feel like new is a literal fresh start and it just follows you all the time. So I wrote the song about accepting all the feelings, taking everything with you when you leave, and bringing everything with you when you arrive somewhere. This is an older song of mine called Take It All.
Take it all. Everything we reap is what we sow. And I take it all, and I've got nothing to prove. And I said I'm going away. I'm taking everything now that I own, that I know. And I'm done with the pain, packing up and shipping out on the road. Well, I've heard there's gold out on the next horizon. There is a new hope horizon teaching me the strength I need to move on. Oh, now my soul is mending, just as a new day's ending. All I need is some peace of mind. Ba-da-da, take it all. Everything we reap is what we sow. And I take it all, and I've got nothing to prove. I don't want to run away, but this place I can no longer stay. Oh no, take it all and send me on my way. Send me on my way. With nothing to say, I hold my breath and shift into unknown. Just skin and bones. I am grateful for the rain, washed away my sins, set in stone. Well, they lead me home. Out on the next horizon, there is a new hope horizon teaching me the strength I need to move on. Oh, now my soul is mending, just as a new day's ending. All I need is some peace of mind. Ba-da-da, take it all. Everything we reap, it's what we sow. And I take it all, and I've got nothing to prove. I don't want to run away, but this place I can no longer stay. Oh no, take it all and send me on my way. Oh, that I know, it's all I need. All that I want is to hear my heart beat. I take it all, well, everything that's left behind. Oh, I take it all, well, everything that's left behind. Take it all, and if your soul is so inclined, take it all, well, take it all, oh, take it all. Everything we reap, it's what we sow. And I take it all, and I've got nothing to prove. I don't want to run away, but this place I can no longer stay. Oh no, take it all, well, I take it all. Ooh, la da da, da 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 da. Da 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 da. I take it all, well, I take it all.
Thank you all very much, eh?
How old is that one?
Maybe that's 4 years now.
4 years? Nice.
Coming up in 4 years, yeah.
Excellent. Mr. Sean Bray, how you doing over there, man?
I'm well, thank you.
Excellent.
I must say, I want a table at every gig I do now.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
It changes you.
You know, I got my phone, I got my beer.
Yeah.
It's good.
You're never going back now.
I'm not. I'm bringing a table. It's in my rider.
Yeah.
Kind of
Have you
table.
seen Papa Dog? He has like it clips onto the mic stand, and it's
Yeah.
like it's got a thing for harmonicas, a thing for his drink, and a thing for
He
like.
brings
a
his
phone.
house. He's got like
He sure
everything.
does.
It's got a sink.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you got to be comfy, right?
What do you got for us, my friend?
Well, I think I'm going to do a tune that I wrote for another band. I played with Cod Gone Wild for about 8 years, and we just retired, or they retired the band. And we did a Christmas record a few years ago, and I said, I want to write a tune for this Celtic. It's a Celtic band, for those of you who don't know who Cod Gone Wild is. And I want to write a song for it. So that play, Come From Away, was big. It still is big, right? Which means come from away means that you're not from Newfoundland, basically, right? So I wanted to write a song kind of with Andrew in mind because he is a transplanted Newfoundlander in BC, so I called it I'll Never Be a Come From Away. But I'm from Toronto, so I don't know anything about Newfoundland. So I went on the old Googled some colloquial Celtic Newfoundland terms and wrote a tune.
Nice. Excellent.
So here you go. So it's good research.
Have you kissed a cod yet?
I've played when people kiss the cod. I never did.
Oh, okay.
Didn't pay that much.
Because apparently you become an honorary Newfoundlander.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I'll just write about it. I won't kiss one. This isn't a song I normally play either, so it's I just thought I dug it up today and I said, I should play this song. So change the key and here we go. As sure as the waves splash up on the dory and swing from their cars the larger boats wave, I'll never forget the lessons you taught me that made me the man I am today. My heart always longs for a down-home Christmas. I'll never be a come from away. The sights and the sounds from my time on George Street to all the fishing we did on the pond. I'll never forget the lessons you taught me that made me the man I am today. My heart always longs for a down-home Christmas. I'll never be a come from away. As sure as the waves splash up on the dory and swinging from their collars the larger boats wave, I'll never forget the lessons you taught me that made me the man I am today. I'll always yearn for
a down-home Christmas. I'll never be a come from away. My heart always longs for a down-home Christmas. I'll never be a come from away.
Thanks.
I love that. And it's got that Celtic lilt
Yeah.
to it. That's beauty.
You hear seagulls, maybe, if I'm playing it right.
Yeah.
Well, excellent, my friends. And just like that, we're done the first round. And we're going to do this all night, right till 8:30 or so. So strap in. Well, I think... I don't know which way to go with this. Do I want to... I think I'm going to go with the closest song I have written to a Celtic tune. And it's like Celtic meets a little bit of like thrash grass. Is that, I don't know if that's even a term. I'm just making things up here. But I wrote a tune. I was in a band called Tiger Moon, and we spent a lot of time advertising our shows, as you do as a musician. You spend a lot of, it's almost 60% of the job is trying to get butts in seats to come see you play. And me and my bandmate at the time, we were just tired. Because we were playing 150 shows a year, and we were trying to get butts in seats to, bars and cafes and theaters, and because we'd play anywhere. We just wanted to play, and it was full on. It was exhausting. So I ended up just kind of. We listened to a lot of Devil Makes Three. Anyone that knows that band out there, it's kind of in that realm. It's got a little bit of Celtic, but it's, anyways, I'm going on about it, and I'm just going to play it. This is a tune called Stay Tuned. I've been at it for a decade now. Thought I needed someone to show me how. Turns out I just needed to find my own pace. With each step now I'm walking out of this place. Stay tuned, stay tuned, 'cause this miracle of radio's not stopping. Stay tuned, we're coming to you. Stay tuned. Been at it for 10 years or so. We ain't even crazy eyes, so all there is no. We've been trading, buying, selling, scheming, and supplying. Maybe now after all these years we're really finally right. And stay tuned, 'cause this miracle radio's not stopping. Stay tuned, we're coming to you. Stay tuned. Hello out there, folks. Dapper Dan with a fine product on the market. Say goodbye to humdrum, dull and glum face locks with Heavy D's beard wax. It'll make you shine for your wine and dines when you just got no time. Heavy D's two-stroke mountain folk beard wax. Show 'em you can grow. Yes, I wrote an ad into the song because we were willing to do anything for a deal. And I had a big beard at the time, and my friend gave me a lifetime supply of beard oil for that ad. Stay tuned, 'cause this miracle radio's not stopping. Stay tuned, we're coming to you. Stay tuned. I said stay tuned. Stay tuned, 'cause this miracle radio's not stopping. Stay tuned, coming to you. Stay tuned.
Yeah. Oh, that was so cool, man. Well done.
Ooh, that one's a little dusty. That was nice to play.
That's fun. I want to try to do that. Like, there's something about just talking into a song, and it just adds this cool element. Oh man, that's fun. I got some ideas now.
I tried to go for that, like, you know, that like 30s or 40s like radio ad.
And high pitch.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I live here, obviously. My parents live in Ontario, and my niece and nephew live in Ontario, and my sister and my brother-in-law, so I go back there a couple times a year to see them, and I'm from a small town of 500 people, so it's always nice heading back that way. I have 3 large dogs, so it's hard to leave to do anything without bringing the dogs, which means I drive often across country at Christmas time, and I'm not going to this year. I'm going by myself, and I'm just flying. But last year I drove, and you know, it took 4 days to get there, and weather was all right the way there. We got hit by a transport truck on the way back, and all good. You know, everything was good. Just got the car written off, so made $8,000 off of that. So it's kind of a nice little silver lining. And when we're driving across country, it's pretty you're pretty focused in the winter, and we look forward to stopping at the little local pubs in the small towns up north, you know. Same with if you're touring, you kind of find those little spots, and they're all kind of the same, you know. They're in a town of 200 people, and there's not even a gas station. There's a little store, and there's this pub, and sometimes there's a casino in the pub, and sometimes there's a motel attached to this pub, and I find great solace in these places because they're just like this beacon of light in the dark. And I'm like, yeah, let's go. We can have some beers. We can have some very predictable food, and we can hang out for the night. And I stopped at one of these places just outside of Kenora in January early this year, and it was exactly the place I'm about to sing to you. It's a local watering hole. It had a casino, it had a motel, and it was perfect. As I've sung this song over the last year, I realized a lot of the places I play at, while they're not this exact pub, they're very much a local watering hole in the town. And this place is a local watering hole, Red Bird. You know, I see a lot of the same faces every time I come in here, so this song is kind of an ode to places like this. This is called the local watering hole.
Well, it's been a long, long day, too many hours to know. I've been battling the roads of North Ontario. As I roll into town, starved and dry, I see a neon sign, a beacon in the night. Off the highway I pull to a snowbank street. $5 Pabst on the window is inviting, and the sounds of Queen lead to a gold rail bar, and the beer comes quick from a server named Marge. At the local watering hole, beers on tap are cheap and always cold. No matter where you come from, you'll always find a home at the local watering hole. Well, Marge slides a menu. A charm in her smile says, beef dips on special. Go ahead, don't be shy. One glance at the page, and I already know. French onion soup to start, followed by the special. An elk head on the wall, dressed in a toucan scarf. Right above a man who's been here since 2 o'clock. With the pool tables queued, there's no hope I can join. So I let the songs of poison take away my night. At the local watering hole, beers on tap are cheap and always cold. No matter where you come from, you'll always find a home at the local watering hole. And I'm wondering where I'm gonna sleep when I leave here. Then I learned there's a motel attached to the rear of the local watering hole. At the local watering hole, beers on tap are cheap and always cold. No matter where you come from, you'll always find a home at the local watering hole. At the local watering hole. At the local watering hole.
Thank y'all very much.
That one's a ripper.
Thanks, man.
That's awesome. All right.
All right. Yeah, just think what I'm going to do here. I always think there's two kinds of singer-songwriters. There are non-fiction, which they write about themselves or things that they see or experience, and I'm a fiction writer. So I won't write about myself. You won't learn shit about me, but you will learn I have a good imagination. So all these tunes, I can be. It's like stepping into being in a movie. You can be anything you want if you write about it, right? So.
Yeah.
So this is a pretty new tune. We just recorded this with one of my bands I play with called Layer Cake Mountain, and this is sort of a G-rated, not stalking story. That sounds kind of ominous, but just a guy who sees this woman, just falls in love with her, but all he has to do is find out her name. But he's sort of playing it out in his mind how they're gonna live happily ever after. So he says, "Hello, baby, please say maybe." I knew right when I saw your face, you were the one. You exuded charm and grace. I knew that I was done. The way your hair gently danced in the breeze, your eyes, they shone like gold. Your hips, they softly swayed with ease. I knew that I was sold. Hello, baby, please say maybe. I just want to know your name. You might save me if the brave me can just step up his game. I see us laughing and holding hands, sitting by the fireside. I bet we'll like the same kind of bands. Our taste will coincide. You will whisper in my ear, tell me that you love me so. I will make it very clear that I'll never ever let you go. Hello, baby, please say maybe. I just wanna know your name. You might save me if the brave me can just step up his game. Hello, baby, please say maybe. I just wanna know your name. You might save me if the brave me can just step up his game.
Mr. Sean Bray, you are the lick master, dude. That was awesome. So did you say you guys just tracked that?
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, we recorded 8 tunes. It's going to be coming out very soon.
Like
Yeah.
full-length
Yeah,
album.
we've got 8 down so far. We're going to record another couple, but
Awesome.
we'll start releasing them as I'm old school. I'm from when they released the CD.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, our singles dropping on Spotify, and but we're gonna drop something somewhere. So
That's a game I'm playing now, and
Be
it's a
warned.
very foreign-feeling
Yeah,
game.
it's weird,
It's
isn't it?
really awkward.
yeah, because you don't really have, I'd put out CDs before, and you tend to have a lot of them around the house.
Yeah.
But you don't have a lot of dropping on Spotify, so it actually clears up the space in your house a bit, I think.
It does, but I haven't been able to say goodbye to my CDs yet.
I know.
Well, I think I'm gonna. So Bran played a tune about a local watering hole, and I wrote a tune last year about that and how important they are in the winter. I think it was a year or two after we had kind of been able to gather again, and I realized how much we lost that for 2 years. 2 years we weren't really able to gather and hug and be together. Indoors in the winter. And when it comes to a cold weather climate, I mean, we humans really kind of need that. And so the idea came to me. I was performing down in Fernie, BC, and I was playing at one of my favorite rooms, the Kodiak Lounge, and it's this little place, just a little place, and I have a bunch of friends in the hospitality and tourism industry down in Fernie, and they're a rowdy bunch. And I was playing this show, and we were in one of those, you might remember, those zones that we'd get in every once in a while where you didn't know if there was restrictions. It was kind of like everything's a gray zone. And so we were in that position, and my rowdy adventure tourism buddies proceeded to get up on the table and, finish their drinks and smooch everyone in the room and stuff like that. And I remember thinking, and this is where the seed was planted, I was thinking, man, I miss this. And it had been 18 months of not really being able to do that, and I missed it so much. And so that's where the idea came from, and I ended up writing the song and released it with my band Kentucky Eileen last year. And so this is a tune, kind of a tip of the hat to Bran song. It's about those watering holes and how important they are to us. So this is called Winter Song. In a bar outside of town, snow is coming down. They kick their boots, they hang their coats, and they laugh and they talk and joke. Outside the doors, the blackest night, but the inside is full of light. And they strike a chord. It's a funny thing how the whole bar starts to sing. It's a long, cold winter here in song and story we persevere. When the nights grow long, come gather your fears, 'cause it's a long, cold winter. Out by the road, some passers by, neon catches their eyes. Through the port, they sing along all their hometown favorite songs, 'cause it's a long, cold winter in song and story we persevere. When the nights grow long, come gather your fears. It's a long, cold winter. Now it's getting late, and the taps are closed. So we all put on our coats. We're shaking hands, we're
catching eyes. Just for one more week, it's goodbye. 'Cause it's a long, cold winter here in song and story we persevere. When the nights grow long, come gather your fears, 'cause it's a long, cold winter here. It's a long, cold winter here. Thanks very much. I love local watering holes. They are home.
I realize I spend a lot of time in places like that, you know, so
yeah.
I also love them. I came with 1 or 2 songs I knew I was going to play, and then the rest were going to kind of come as you guys played songs, and you were talking about how there's 2 types of songwriters. I'm getting tired of thinking about myself lately, so I've started to use the imagination I've had with me since a kid. It hasn't really left, and trying to come up with stories in my head about fictional situations, and it's been fun. It's been really fun to detach from the emotions of it and just kind of get buck with it, you know. So here's a song that's not about me or my parents. This is called Ponderosa Pines. It's an A minor if you guys feel like noodling at all.
A log cabin nestled in the hills. An older man direly grew ill, so sudden. That morning he was fishing in the Ponderosa Pines. His old lady was the healer of her tribe. No hope for all the remedies she's tried, so tears fell from her eyes like needles of the Ponderosa Pines. The sun Benny, was outside cutting wood, preparing for the season changing faster than it should. Then his mother's cry echoed through the space between the Ponderosa Pines. You better find a doctor, ride, Benny, ride. Ride, Benny, ride. Ride, Benny, ride. Ride, Benny, ride, Benny, ride, Benny, ride on. So he rode with haste. His battle was with high, pounding rain. Small price for his father's life, and he pushed his wits till he found light at the end of the Ponderosa Pines. And find a doctor, ride, Benny, ride. Ride, Benny, ride. Ride, Benny, ride. Ride, Benny, ride, Benny, ride, Benny, ride on. Ride on. Benny, ride. Oh, ride, Benny, ride. Ride, Benny, ride. Ride, Benny, ride. Ride, Benny, ride. Oh, ride, Benny, oh, ride on.
Thank y'all very much. Thanks for playing. Thanks.
All right, what should I play here? It's actually another tune we just recorded with Layer Cake Mountain. This is about, again, a fictional thing. It's about a guy who did some silly things as a young man, and those silly things were illegal. So he was incarcerated for a number of years. His parents have since passed away and left him their old house in Northern Ontario. I'm from Toronto, so I picked Northern Ontario. It's my song. And anyway, so this is kind of a song. He gets out of prison. It's a song of redemption. So he's heading back to his old house. This is called An Inch Away from Beautiful.
The sun was setting deep into the western sky. Its boundless light disappearing right before my eyes. The lonely wind whistles a haunting melody of times gone by, a sort of cowboy symphony. And I long for another day. The moon was my mistress as I stared up at the stars. Her company soothing as I opened up the bar. The sense of escape as I poured myself some rye. The evening's answer, but the morning might ask why. And I long for another day. She was an inch away from beautiful, perched on the edge of that northern town. Hard to believe, I never thought this was wonderful. But you start looking up when they send you down. Maybe this'll be the ending that I need. A sort of redemption, so my life can proceed. You can't erase the past, but you can certainly sketch the sun. You are the architect of how your life is run. And I long for another day. She was an inch away from beautiful, perched on the edge of that northern town. Hard to believe, I never thought this was wonderful. But you start looking up when they send you down.
but you start looking up when they send you down. Thank you.
I love oohs because I can find the harmony on an ooh.
My fingers are doing oohs because I'm an electric guitar player.
Yeah.
Like 99% of the time, when I tour, it's electric. When I play in a session, it's electric, usually. So I'm trying these licks and like, oh shit, this is an acoustic guitar. It's like, it's a different beast.
Well, it sounds great, Sean. Well, I'm digging in some of the old ones today. I realized we started this season in the second week of October, and I realized because I can now watch all of the past ones with Rebellious Unicorn Studios, I'm playing a lot of the same songs. And so I'm starting to dig back in the back catalog, and I'm going to play a tune I wrote. I started writing this in Santa Cruz, California when I was on the road, and I was getting into some bad stuff, and I decided it needed to stop. Now, writing the song didn't really stop me. I was, I was playing this song, a little bit of a hypocrite for a little while, but I've since changed my ways. And I'm pretty grateful for all those experiences, good and bad. But this is a tune about choosing one evil over the other, I suppose. This is called Mama Nature's. So. I've been rolling for years on down that path. I've been tasting bumps of the devil's white wrath. Call me hypocrite, call me full of shit. I don't know, but after all these years I'm done with it. So get off the coat, have a smoke of Mama Nature's weed. You never guess why it's the best in a brownie or in a cheese. No more sleepless nights staring at the lights and grinding your teeth. So get off the coat, have a smoke of Mama Nature's weed. It's been difficult, but no, I ain't giving up. But all my good friends, they still can't get enough. But that high ain't great and the evil has no point. You know, I think instead I'll light myself a joint. So get off the coat, have a smoke of Mama Nature's weed. Never guess why it's the best in a brownie or in cheese. No more sleepless nights staring at the lights and grinding your teeth. Take it off the coat, have a smoke of Mama Nature's weed. How you feeling there, Sean? Ladies and gentlemen, that's Sean Bray on the guitar. I'm not saying quitting's very easy.
Oh, but that white stuff's always left me feeling a little too sleazy. And I see friends come and I see them go. What I give, oh, just to see them again without the glow. So get off the coat, have a smoke of Mama Nature's weed. Never guess why it's the best in a brownie's orange. No more sleepless nights, staring at the lights and grinding your teeth. So get off the coke, have a smoke, Mama Nature's weed. Thanks very much. Well, gentlemen, I'm going to go. So, my friends, I mentioned early in the show that I'm going to come hand deliver that analog tip jar to you, and I think now is a great moment for it. Are you guys okay to each take a song on while I go make us some coinage?
Spend 4 songs out there making us coin.
Absolutely.
All right, sounds good.
Making money, keep out there.
Yeah, all right.
All right. I'm just going off the cues of my former musicians that have played before me, so I'm going to sing a song that's also kind of about changing and being better, and I have my vices. I have a lot of vices, and I have control of some of them, and I don't have control of lots of them. Coffee was one of those, nicotine's one of those, but there's a lot that I do have control of, and I'm growing every day and trying to change a lot of the things. I wrote the song a handful of years ago, and I was sitting in a little apartment. I was living in a garage at this point, and it was for 3 months. It was in Vancouver, and the garage was $250 in a month, and it was a friend of mine's garage, so we had a bed in there and a desk and a TV, and like a whole bunch of spiders up top. It was just like spider land. So I'm not afraid of spiders anymore. We gained this relationship of you don't drop on me, I won't fight you, and but I was sitting there, I was like, yes, got to change something here. It wasn't a bad situation, but I could do an apartment, you know? And I wrote this song about changing. Well, sometimes I need a bit of help to be even a portion of the man I hope to see. So show me how to be more stable. I am able, oh, I am able. Though it's hard sometimes, I want to do what's right and be graceful as I stand by any of your sides. And when I finally step on out this old and creaking house where the ghosts keep running me down, calling out my name, I'll be changing, rearranging this time around. So when I cry out, it's alright now. I'm just changing as anyone could. I've got a head full of doubt and a pocket full of promises. These IOUs that I write, well, they run my pen out of ink. And I'm just sitting here, the clock, it ticks in years. How much more can someone waste in worry and fear? But I'm changing, rearranging this time around. So when I cry out, it's alright now. I'm just changing as anyone should. Well, I'm changing, oh, rearranging, oh, this time around. So when I cry, oh, it's alright, oh, I'm just changing, I'm changing for good.
Well, sometimes I need a bit of help to be. Well, I'm changing, oh, rearranging, oh, this time around. So when I cry, oh, it's alright, oh, well, I'm just changing for good. Well, I'm just changing for good. Thank y'all for listening.
Nice. All right, I'm actually going to change things up a bit. I spent some time living in New York, and I was a jazz guy when I was living there, but I did know a lot of people in the musical theater community, or some people in the musical theater community. And so I thought, they're all of us, their dream was to reach Broadway, right? So I thought I'd write a song about Broadway, but wanted to write it in a 32-bar Broadway tin pan alley jazz standard form, like a jazz standard. And so the song is about a Broadway star in the 1940s-ish that suddenly retires, and just his absence is really felt in the Broadway scene. So this is called Midtown's Shining Star. I warn you, it's a jazz tune, so there we go.
The scene was never the same. The lineup at Sardi's lost its glow. And man, what a shame. Once in a while Broadway would shine brighter than ever before. Those moments when the show seems to wait for your line, making people beg for more. You were more than a star. You wrote the book. Critics say you raised the bar, and the audience craved your look. The Yankees and you were the talk of the town. Manhattan was your Isle of Joy. They made you Midtown shining star. You, my friend, were the real McCoy. You were more than a star. You wrote the book. Critics say you raised the bar, and the audience craved your look. The Yankees and you were the talk of the town. Manhattan was your Isle of Joy. They made you Midtown shining star. You, my friend, were the real McCoy.
Thank you.
All right, I guess we're hosting. I'm not good at this, but I can host. Thanks for all you for being here. Really, it's great to play to faces that want to listen. It means a lot. So thank y'all for sitting here and listening to our stories, and it does mean the world to us. Can we have a little jam while you're waiting? Want a jam? What's that? Want to have a little jam while we're waiting for him?
Sure.
Yeah. What do you want to do?
Anything you want. Is this one?
Whew. I almost made it in 2 songs.
Very close.
Almost. Well, we're on our last round, my friends. So pick your banger, your bangiest banger, or whichever song you want to play, really.
A lot of pressure.
Yeah, I don't even know what I'm gonna play. You know what? I played this song lots in the last couple weeks, but I'm gonna play it one more time because I'm releasing it on Spotify on Friday. So this is a song all about the beauty and the importance of writing letters, handwritten letters, or even if you type them out and put them in an envelope and send them in the mail. A letter changed my life once. And I hate to bring up COVID again, but it was life-changing for all of us artists, for all of us everywhere. But it was January 2021. We'll take you back to that time and place. And the first couple weeks of January were particularly sad for a neurodivergent kid like myself who suffers from seasonal affective disorder. And then on top of it, I don't know if you remember this January 31st, but we had our New Year's Eve gigs all canceled with like 5 hours notice. It was restrictions came down, and then gigs were indefinitely not going to happen. And so through that January, it was pretty dark. And it wasn't until maybe the 3rd week of January that I heard the mail slot outside my door flip shut, and the dog I know and love and was living with at the time, Ruthie, she barked like hell, because that was our routine. Mail person comes, drops mail, she barks, I go get mail. There wasn't much to do in those days, so I went out to retrieve the mail just like any other day, and I flipped through a couple bills and a couple, realtor listings and stuff like that, and I pulled out this envelope, and it was a repurposed Revenue Canada envelope. And by repurposed, I mean Revenue Canada in the top left was scribbled out, and beside it was S. Homes in Quesnel, BC. And inside that bubble, we're so used to seeing our name nicely typed, my name was written in chicken scrawl and my address. And the back side of this repurposed Revenue Canada envelope was taped shut. And so I flipped the Scotch tape off, and I pulled out a Save On Foods receipt. And the receipt didn't have much, but it was on the other side of the Save On Foods receipt that I found 7 words. And it was from a dear friend of mine, Spencer. And he wrote, "Hey Dan, always keep rising. Love you, Spencer." And that letter changed my month. It changed the winter for me, and it changed my outlook and changed my life. Now I write letters. I make an effort to make sure I'm writing letters, because not only is it good for writing, but it's also a way to connect. I'm having a lot of trouble with the digital world and the social media and stuff like that. Sometimes it's overwhelming. Sometimes I'm not able to connect with people like I hope to. And it's through letters I can kind of reconnect. So that's what this song's about. This song is aptly named Letters, and it's coming out Friday. I got a letter in the mail the other day. Inside was an old friend's face. Now the letter, it didn't have much to say. Even still, it was old embrace. So I'm writing to you from my place. It ain't much hell, it's my space. These little circles
little scribbles and little R's. They're asking, what are you doing now that they close down the bars? Finding the words, it shouldn't be hard. The joys in the subtle art. Rouse in the country, letters to you. They remind us of who we are. Now in the coupons, in the flyers, in the bills, I pull out one with lots of colors and frills. And it came from only 30 miles away. Now I'm pretty glad the mail came today. Finding the words, it shouldn't be hard. The jewels in the subtle art. I've seen the country, letters to me. They remind us of who we are. Gonna finally write you that letter. It's time to put pen to paper. It's time I write you that letter. It's time to put pen to paper. Finding those words, no, it shouldn't be hard. The jewels in the subtle art. I've seen the country, those letters to me. They remind us of who we are. And we can't forget who we are. Thanks very much.
When does that come out?
Comes out at 12:02 a.m. on Friday.
All right. Did you choose that time?
I chose that time because I have been burned by 12 a.m. and 12 p.m. before, and it's just habit now. 12:02 a.m. makes sure that
Through the hour.
it's like yeah. No, and no one's gonna be there saying it's 2 minutes late.
Is that like a Price is Right thing? You know, where you're bidding on the Price is Right, and they'll say 1,001.
Yeah.
Is that kind of that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just,
It's 12:02 of the
you're
Friday.
gaining
All right, last song. Hey, that's fun.
Yeah, and before you play your last
please.
song, Bran, where can we find you online? Where can we find your music? Where can we
hook up to your Instagram.
Y'all heard of Google? Bran Sanders. Literally, there's no other Bran Sanders. Spotify, you got some music. Instagram, find me on there. I post my shows on Instagram. So if you like what you hear, please come out and check it again. I'd like to see some familiar faces. I love what I do, and I hope you see that tonight.
And are you working on anything in studio or writing?
Yeah, Nevaeh and I are about to go in for a song, actually. We wrote
Awesome.
a song, and we're going to do a little recording of that maybe in the next 3 weeks, month.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Nice.
I wrote this song while living in Victoria. I was a busking musician. That's how I made my money. I didn't make much money, but I made my money doing that. And I met this girl one day. It was a Tuesday, and I was standing there, Victoria, kind of by the banks down the main street there, and she walked up and we chatted for a bit, and we went for a drink, and then like 2 weeks later, I moved in with her parents in Duncan. So that's how I live. It's just very much like, let's go right in. And I quickly realized when I was living in Duncan, Mill Bay, just outside of Duncan, it was a beautiful property. They lived in a timber frame house overlooking Salt Spring. It was perfect. We got a dog. It was a whole thing. And I quickly realized like 3 months in that I can't make any money now. So we broke up. And I moved back to Victoria, and on my very last night in the property, I was sitting on the beach looking out Salt Spring, and I wrote this song. This is called Docks.
Well, I was sitting by the docks, seeing all them boats come and then go, come and then go. If anything's learned, it's that a fickle heart bird. Ain't that so? Oh, darling, ain't that so? Here we go again. Well, here we go again. It was sometime mid-July. The clouds in the sky, they mocked me so, oh, they mocked me so. I said, hey to you, captain of the crew, what would it take for me to sail with you now? Well, I could be cargo, you wouldn't even know I was there. I'd be helpful if you teach me how to hoist a sail. I would be anything you need me to be. If you take me away, why don't you take me away to sea? In and out, crashing about against the bow of my mind, en route to hope in sight. And if I was more clear, surely I'd wish she was here. But it's not so, no, it ain't so, no. Well, I could be cargo. You wouldn't even know I was there. I'd be helpful. If you teach me how to hoist a sail, I would be anything you need me to be. If you take me away, why don't you take me away to sea? Here we go again. Well, I was sitting by the docks, I was seeing all them boats come and then go, no, come and then go. Well, I could be cargo, wouldn't even know I was there. I'd be helpful if you teach me how to hoist a sail. I would be anything you need me to be. If you take me away, why don't you take me away? I could be cargo, wouldn't even know I was there. I'd be helpful if you teach me how to hoist a sail. I would be anything you need me to be. If you take me away, why don't you take me away? Take me away, why don't you take me away to sea? go again.
Thank you for adding, man. It was beautiful. Thank y'all for listening.
Mr. Sean Bray, you're our last song of the night, my friend.
I am, whether you like
Yeah.
it or not. I'm going to play it.
But before you play it, can you share with us how we can find you online and if you got any shows or recordings or
Yeah.
anything coming up?
I've got a website that I just updated. I like to update it every year. So I just actually updated it. So it's a pretty laborious operation. But anyways, it's guitaristseanbray.com. And you'll find out all you want and don't want to know about me on there. I have Facebook, Instagram, all those sort of things. And
Do you still teach?
I do. I teach. I don't teach much, but I teach mostly on Zoom. It's funny. I have more students in Toronto than I do here, which is kind of weird. So yeah. But with Zoom, it's great because you can be anywhere.
Yeah, and my partner, she prefers Zoom as well because people are in their home environment, and so they're a bit more comfortable to.
Yeah, and you're comfortable too.
Yeah.
You don't even have to wear pants, really. You can just.
But you do, though, right?
Stand up.
But I do.
oddly enough.
It's a family-friendly guitar lesson. Yeah.
Well, what do you got for us, my friend?
I just wanted to say, first of all, Layer Cake Mountain is playing at the Dream Cafe in Penticton, one of the best listening rooms in the country, in my opinion. This coming Saturday. So Layer Cake Mountain, Dream Cafe, Saturday. So if you're not doing anything, please come down. And if you are doing something, cancel it and come down. So it's pretty easy, right? Just come down. So this last one is actually a brand new tune. I don't know why I'm closing with a brand new tune. I just finished it yesterday.
Bold
so,
move.
The ink is still wet. So, anyways, getting back to my fictional songwriting persona. This is about a guy who believes in himself. He's a singer-songwriter, guitar slinger guy, and he wants to be in Nashville. So he's just making his big break, and his dream is to play the Ryman Theater. So the Ryman Theater's name is the Church of Country Music. That's what they call the Ryman Theater. So this is called Mother Church.
It's the southbound ride to Cleveland. Thanks a lot, I got it from here. Chasing my dream and hopping the steel and forcing myself out of first gear. The pocket of dreams in my guitar, heading to Nashville with the roll
Thank you.
My friends, keep it going. On your far right, that is none other than Sean Bray. You can find him guitaristseanbray.com or on Instagram by the same handle. Keep it going. Center stage, Bran Sanders. You can find him online, Bran Sanders Music. He's on Spotify too. That last song is up on Spotify. My friends, I'm Dan Tait. I'm your host every week. We're going to see you next week, but we won't be streaming next week, so you got to be here to catch next week's show. All right, my friends, we'll see you soon. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. We'll see you next week.